Talk, okay? I know it's a corny name, Life Talk. Whatever. Get allergies to cold, I don't know what I have, but it doesn't matter. Uh, Started reading the Bible because I do believe in God. Like there are atheists out there. I respect their point, and as I respect everyone's point. And, doesn't mean I agree with it, and it means I will challenge you too, just like you should challenge me. Because if you claim to have an answer to life, it needs to be questioned. Because this is a serious thing. It's life, right? Oh, my glasses. Anyway, so I started reading the Bible. I started in Genesis, and no, not Sega Genesis, but Genesis. And a lot of people will tell you not to start there. You know why? I know why now. Because it's a whole bunch of malarkey, like the Irish would say. Malarkey. Okay? Is it possible? Anything's possible, my friends. But I doubt it. So I am the doubting Thomas. And, Adam and Eve and the serpent. I'm just reading these inconsistencies and, like, 1/3 of the Bible is the gospel from Jesus. The rest of it is, you know, the Old Testament. And see how thick the Bible is. And so you're reading, and you're reading and Adam and Eve and the serpent. They never said the serpent was the devil in the Old Testament, as far as I read. I didn't get too far into it, but people living till they're 600 years old. Sorry, I just have a hard time believing that. And if you believe that, that's cool. Um, People also believe that the sun was the god, and a lot of other crazy things. Because this is a crazy thing to me that people live. Like it like justifies, like, from when the universe was created, and Earth and light and day, and the animals and the flowers, and blah 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 bliggity blah. And we have these people that live this certain amount of age. It gets up to a certain point till Abraham, and really, I'm supposed to believe this shit, man. Good shit to me. Like, I feel bad because my image of God is Jesus. Because I grew up as a Christian, right? And it still is my image. You can't, like, take that out of me. So it's like, man, like, you feel bad because you're like, you watch these born again Christians. Oh my God, you're going to hell. These born again Christians, my friends, are like jihadists with Islam, right? Except I don't think they're cutting people's heads off, but they want me. They make me want to cut my head off just listening to them. Okay, especially the ones that are on the street with megaphones. They're going, "You're going to hell. You're going to hell. You are sinning. I was a sinner once, and blah blah blah." Yeah, you were a sinner once, but you don't sin no more because you have redemption, and you don't sin anymore. You don't watch porn. It's such bullshit, man. Let me tell you one thing, man. I ran into these girls and one dude, right? One time in Jersey City, New Jersey. And my friends, they were beautiful. And this was their catch. They were beautiful, right? So, oh yeah. My friend was with me and he took off running like 5 minutes in the conversation. And he said, "What's going on with your friend?" I said, "Oh, I think he's probably got a bathroom or something. I don't know." So I started hanging out with them. Started going to the house. I went to the church that they had at the hotel at some first floor conference thing, and met some of their other associates. And hey, everybody's nice. And then they love to curse too, like the people I was hanging out with, because like they want you to be their friends. So they're like, yeah, fuck this, and yeah, shit, and you know, and you're like, wow, because they want you to relate to them. You get to their house, and then they have these Bible lessons, and they want to tell you how the Bible should be interpreted from them, and you know, the cursing goes away, and all of a sudden you're there, and then they start speaking in tongues, right? Wow, the spirit is talking through them, and I'm almost believing this crap, and I'm like, wow, yeah, 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 yeah. I just wanna, you know, I don't know what I'm doing here, and so anyway, we have another couple lessons. I hang out. I went down the shore. One of them, they were cool. Like I'm not see judging them as a person. I'm judging them as a fact from the concept of their belief. Like okay, they're great people, but just like me, just like you, misguided, just in a different way. So Catholics are shit, right? Uh, Apparently they are shit because I mean, if it wasn't for the Catholic Church, I don't know, you wouldn't be believing in Jesus and all that other stuff because you go back in time and you look at where it all started. But that's for another time to talk about. So let's get back to the born again Christians and their Bible thumping nonsense. Okay, um, so they were cursing up a storm, and that's a sin, right? But apparently, it wasn't at the time. Because if you are not a sinner anymore and you are with God's word, why are we doing that? Like, why would you manipulate somebody? Like, would Jesus manipulate somebody? And this thing about you can't believe in God, like, you are not a Christian, if you're Catholic or Lutheran or whatever denomination. I respect it all, please. And tried I tried to respect born again Christian non-denomination, um, but how can I respect you? Fuck you, basically. Fuck you. You want to curse? I could curse too. Fuck you. And you little pretty women and a little dweeb dude that lives with you. And you rent a house out. And you go around. Look, and then, I go there one day and I see a friend of mine and there's two Puerto Rican dudes there. And they're like, the one dude was Catholic. And, you know, I knew him from the streets and he, has issues just like the born again Christians do. And when they started speaking in tongues, he flipped out. He got up and he pointed at me and he told me, "You need to leave too." He said, "Get out of here. This is the devil." So I'm starting to hear about the devil again and hell again. And he's like, "You need to go." He's like, they're speaking in this thing and blah, blah, blah. And they got up, man. I thought they were going to beat him to death. I mean, he would have kicked their fucking ass, but he just put his hands up. He's like telling me like they were cursing him out. He was dropping the f bombs. Get the f out of here. And then they came back down, sat down, and pretend like nothing happened. Right? Doesn't that make you think of like a lot of stuff that goes on in this country? Like nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened. Nope. That didn't just happen. Yeah. So that's reality, right? That's a false reality. So, born again Christians, like the Westboro Church, which is very extreme, but there's these people out there, you know, you read the Bible, and some of them think that they're Jesus, like talking to Pharisees, like talking, like they're talking to people like Jesus talked to certain groups of people. So like they twist the Bible, and they act like they're Jesus talking to the people Jesus talked to. Now, listen, it could all be true, right? Like not what these motherfuckers are saying, but like, well, that could be true too. Anything could be true. I mean, my foot, right, could not really be there unless I look at it. Oh my God, it's there, and still it could not be true. Maybe it's a delusion. I don't know. Okay, but common sense. Okay, God gives you common sense. All right, and if your God is Jesus Christ, that's cool. If your God is Allah, that's cool too. Okay, I don't know. No, there's extremists on everything. I'm sure there's extremist Hindus. You know, I haven't met one, but let's Google it. I haven't done it yet, so Google extremist Hinduism. I don't know. Extreme Buddhist. Extreme whatever. It's extreme. Okay. Your fear tactics about hell. I mean, you know why hell is so personal and like why it's so scary? Because your mind brings you to hell. When you're depressed or you're in this state of mind where you're like, I'm in a living hell, okay? And that's more scarier to me, I mean, than burning internally forever. Like, really? Okay. Well, that's a great God that just did that, like and you say, oh, well, it's for the child molesters and the people out there beheading people. They should burn in fire. But according to the born again Christian people, uh, a sin is a sin. So if you're smoking a cigarette or getting drunk like a drunkard, because Jesus didn't drink. You bring that up to them, and they're like, "Oh, he drank wine when he got drunk," because they were there. Like take the Bible very word for word, the word for word, literally. Like there's so many inconsistencies, from beginning from how God tells you how to pray, and then a couple pages later, another way to pray, like our Father, art in heaven. That's the way you should pray, and now all of a sudden you're praying differently. Like I just don't buy it, and that doesn't mean I'm going to hell. And I like how other people present that, like, you know what? If I'm gonna go to hell, at least I'm not going to heaven with you lunatics. It's basically like, if that's what heaven is, you lunatics don't want to be there, okay? Um, so you have a book, which is a book, okay? Just because it says holy on it, and that's another thing. With the beef with the Catholics and the born again Christians. Oh, the Mother Mary, praying to Mother Mary, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord's. How could you know? what makes her holy. But a book is holy. The Mother of God is not holy, but they're holy. Fuck you. Okay? Just shut the fuck up. Okay? In your terms. The way you speak. The way you speak to people that you want to manipulate. Fuck you. Okay? To all you born again Christians. Okay? Because you want to hijack. You talk about Islam, people hijacking a religion. You are hijacking a religion. Okay? You Bible thumping freaks. Okay? That's all you are. And don't tell people, I don't curse, I don't do this. I'm telling you, they do. Okay? Don't let them fool you. And then go to their little reception, their church there, whatever, at a hotel or wherever they rent out a room. Talk about non-denomination. What does that even mean? Non-denomination. I'm not. No, no. You're the denomination of the non-denomination. You're an asshole. And it doesn't matter if some people say, "Oh, they were ex-drug addicts," or this and that, or they just didn't like the Catholic Church, and they saw somebody on the street, and now they do it. It doesn't matter, because a lot of people are ex-drug addicts, and a lot of people are ex-this and ex-that, but they don't walk around talking like assholes, okay? Because that's what it is. Assholism you are spreading. You don't scare me with hell, okay? We can come up with a concept in our mind of hell because hell on earth, okay? There is good, there is bad, there's common sense, okay? I do believe in God, okay? A creator. And I do pray. And I don't need to read and take it very literal. You just like with the Quran, just like different things. You can take the positive out of it and live with that and agree to disagree. Just you don't take everything for burn because it's stupidity. And if you're walking down the street and you see these born again Christians, tell them to go fuck themselves right in their face, and they'll probably say to you, "You're going to hell. You're going to hell. You're going to hell." Good scare tactic, man. Good way of how you present yourself. Good way how you walk around. And yeah, it's not like you're going out there like, "Hey man, you might go to hell if you do it." No, you're spouting out shit, like saying it so sarcastically and that's not. Jesus fucking hates you, okay? Jesus hates born again Christians, okay? He loves you, but he hates you. So remember that. He loves you, but he hates you. And that's the truth. Because you embarrass him. You embarrass Jesus Christ. You embarrass God. You embarrass Christianity. You are a joke. Okay? Next time I see somebody with a megaphone out there, I'm going to be with a megaphone. You want to make people feel uncomfortable and have fear? Well, you know what? How would you like it if it was your daughter sitting somewhere? And, well, see, I do unto others, you do unto others. You would like that because you're sick. You're sick. Get it fixed, alright? You're born again Christian freaks. Okay? That's all you are. Um, but I respect it because you got some balls. You do have some balls. But you are stupid. And stupid people are born again Christians. So under the word stupid people, it should say born again Christians, and that's it. So if anyone else if you're not born again Christian and someone tells you you're stupid, say, well, I'm not born again Christian. That's all I got to say. Because that's all stupid is a born again Christian. So anyone bullying you, telling you stupid, say, I'm not a born again Christian. Because that's all stupid is. Stupid, stupid, stupid.